Hello, welcome to the Comic Bros Authority podcast. My name is Andre, and with me is the Hamburglar, Miles.
Hello, hello.
What are you going to steal this time? More hamburgers?
Oh, yeah. Already have.
Well, you're not going to touch none of these buns.
I have been stealing a lot of hamburgers, though.
I've noticed.
Oh, man, that's cold. But not as cold as the Cold War.
Man, was it really cold during the Cold War?
You know.
I thought it would be.
No, unfortunately, or fortunately, the whole thing sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the show. Good to be back. I know we are doing this late because Andre does not respect schedules or scheduling in any manner whatsoever.
I only look after my own, and I am my own.
See, everybody? Andre, I'm going to make your dreams come true.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. No.
I quit the pod.
No.
No. All right. Yay.
For context, I had a dream Miles quit the pod and it ruined me.
Can't believe you knew where I was going with that. I thought I was going to take you by surprise.
No, fool. It's been on my mind. I have a lot of anxiety lately. Leave me alone.
Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Today we are going to be talking about 20th Century Men by Deniz Camp, Stipan Morian, and
Aditya Bidikar.
yeah, this is a book that is published by Image Comics. So yeah, this is a hell of a book. It's a meaty one.
Oh my God.
And everyone, just when you thought me and Andre were done talking politics on the show, you were wrong.
Yeah, we're going to keep on doing it because there's a hell of a lot more. No, I don't know.
No, there's just a lot in this, but yeah, this has to do with like an alternate history and whatnot. I guess I will just give you the pitch right now. So this book is set in the 1980s during the Russian-Afghan War and Soviet-Afghan War. And during this time, the war is fought with superhumans. So it's about the group of these characters as the world rushes into World War III. And it kind of takes a deviation with the superpowers and everything. But holy crap, yeah, this is, like I said, it's a hell of a book.
Yeah, this took me by surprise. I never read like a synopsis for this book.
Oh, really?
All I knew was Deniz Camp
Yeah.
from The Ultimates.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let me check out his indie work. And then I was in for a rude awakening because holy shit.
Yeah, he hasn't really done much else.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's this and then like some Millar World stuff or Miller World and a little bit of something else. And then that's it.
Okay.
So this is technically early work of his.
Oh, well, I'm glad to be here because this is a fantastic book.
Oh, yeah. I would have to say, and I mean, I want to say this lightly, or say this with a lot of heaviness because a lot of people hear this a lot, but this feels like Watchmen.
Oh, I agree. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I was getting towards the end of it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page. I know when, people say that, you think, because Watchmen has such like much lauded praise and history behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you compare a movie to like Citizen Kane and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a good movie. Watch it.
I did watch it.
I
found it boring.
No, get out of here.
I live here.
Oh, yes. But yeah. So I felt, just my thoughts on this book. Excellent. Really heavy. If you're looking for a quick read, this is not it. This book lingers a lot. It feels like every issue was like double. It was like double sized.
Yeah. I know the first issue was the first chapter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd have to say this is where my comparison to Watchmen kind of begins, is that what Watchmen did with the Charlton characters.
Yes.
This book does with Marvel characters.
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't want to keep drawing on comparisons to other works.
Yeah.
but it's really hard not to. It's like you could see the influences in both the writing and the art. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to get into that later, especially with the art.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the art is something that stood out to me. Because each page.
Oh, there's a lot of different techniques used in this book
Mm-hmm.
that I kind of go between like two different artists.
Yeah, yeah.
But as far as like going back to the Watchmen allegory, it feels like that is you kind of have like, it's set in a certain time period, the mid 80s, and then you just kind of like deviate a bit because they're superheroes. And then it kind of talks about like the kind of fault, like the fault in man and superheroes as well,
Yes.
as well as like whatever the politics were at the time.
Agreed. And I do have to say that even though we've seen a lot of superheroes and just the superhero genre deconstructed, this one was very well done.
Yeah, yeah. It's not talking down to you like some other books. It's not trying to be Watchmen either,
Mm-mm.
where you have other books out there that you can tell wear that influence heavy on its sleeve. This one, it's just comparable without being.
Like an outright copy.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Mhm.
just being like, oh, right, like somebody going, oh, this is going to be my Watchmen. No, 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 no. It just happens to be like it, where again, it takes these superheroes and puts them in the real world and then, kind of comments on everything.
And the ramifications of superhumans in politics.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So, what are your like general thoughts? How did you hear about this book? Because you were the one who recommended it to me.
Oh, yes. Well, I heard about it because Ryan at Pulp Fiction Comics. If you are in South Los Angeles or in the Long Beach area, check out Pulp Fiction Comics. Amazing store. Support your local shops, especially right now.
Mm-hmm.
He told me about this, and I've always sort of seen it like on the shelf. And I know Deniz Camp from, of course, Marvel's The Ultimates
Mm-hmm.
going on right now, which is probably, I think, Marvel's best book.
Damn.
Yeah, it's Marvel's best book right now. I love it. Every issue that comes out, I'm so excited to read it.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much greatness and goodness in that damn story, that damn book.
Yeah, which I see a lot of what he's doing in that book came from what he did in this book.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's very comparable to that. Usually when I start liking a book and I really get into something, I kind of hyperfixate and I try to look for other works the artists have done.
Mm-hmm.
And artists, I do include Deniz Camp.
Oh, yeah, it's art.
It is. And so, yeah. Then I saw it and I just thought that a cover looks so awesome. And every time I tried searching for it on the internet, instead of 20th Century Men, I got 20th Century Boys, which is a manga, which I was like, no way, get it out of here. No diss to manga fans out there. I'm just not a manga reader.
How dare you? Did you know that manga outsells American comics?
I don't care. That's
a tired argument. You're so tired.
Honestly, DC's leading the pack right now with those compact comics.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, good for them.
High sellers right now. Who knew if you made comics affordable that they would sell? Anyways.
And they're good for travel too because they're so small.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So that's where I heard about it. Then I read the synopsis about how it's all these superhumans during this conflict. I didn't know it was set in 1985 during the Russian-Afghan war. I just knew it was at least I saw one comparison to Watchmen and I was like, well, I don't know how I feel about that. But then it won me over by the end of the first issue.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it just says like, oh, all these people are rushing to World War III. And I was like, holy shit, sign me up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, overall, I really do like this book. Everything about it, from the writing to the prose, because there are blocks and blocks and blocks of text in this book.
A lot.
It's a story.
So when I picked it up, and issue 2 was the one that has the most text in it, that was what slowed me down in my reading through it.
Right, yeah.
But, I kept through it because, honestly, it's so poetic.
It is.
And that's something that I really loved about it. And it was just speaking to me, especially when you get to what's her name? Azra.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially when you get to her internal monologue, especially at the end there.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful. It's poetic. No matter who the character is, there is so much to say because it's telling the story of, this awful war that happened from different points of views.
Yeah. So it goes through the point of view of three of the main characters. So you have
Petar.
He works for the Soviet army, and he is this battle-hardened kid who has been put through all kinds of torture and surgery to make him basically like this nuclear-powered man in this suit of armor. You have the Soviet journalist.
Krylov?
Yes, you have Krylov. And then you have, what's her name?
Azra.
So you kind of have them. There are three different points of view. So you have the point of view of a soldier, a point of view of a journalist who wants to show truth in his journalism, but he's always blocked by Soviet propaganda. So he can't really express like his journalist expressionism. So that's what makes the difference between like trying to tell the truth and then like sticking to what the government says. And then you have Azra, as she is kind of a genius. She's a genius, but she is a woman who was looking to fight for the freedom of her people, and she's Afghani. And so you have these different sides of it, but then you have a few more characters in play in this.
The American president.
You have the American president, who is a super soldier from World War II. And you have this mutated beast of a man who was like vicious, who represents the viciousness of the American military complex during Vietnam.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on with like symbolism in this book.
There sure is, and it really speaks to me, especially with everything that's going on right now.
Yes, I wanted to get into that, especially with the Azra and her character. I just thought there was a lot going on with what she was saying and then what we're seeing right now with the conflicts in the Middle East. Andrew, some of your thoughts?
I agree with everything that you said about what it has to say about everything, especially how ugly war is.
Yes.
And you could definitely see that when it comes to, what's his name, Six Bill or...
Yeah, Six Bill.
Yeah, Six Bill, the giant mutated monster thing that basically...
Yeah, he's like an analog of both Hulk and Wolverine.
Yeah, that's right, with the metal.
Yeah, he has a metal skeleton, and he kind of does the hunched over thing like Wolverine does when he becomes all feral and stuff.
And he's naked.
Oh, yeah.
Dong swinging.
Yeah, but he is definitely an experiment that the military has made. I do kind of like the structure this book has, like going out three of our protagonists.
Yes.
So you go from Petar, then you go into the journalist, and then you get into Azra.
Yeah.
In that way, it does kind of remind me of Watchmen, because when you have that 9-panel grid, there's a lot of cut back and forth. Panels 1 and 3 are one scene, but then you have panels 2, 4, 6, and 8 another. And just the way that story is structured kind of remind me of the way the overall structure of this story is, where you kind of go between them and then they kind of flow into each other pretty seamlessly as we switch from different narrators and their point of view.
Yes. One of my favorite things was probably issue 4, when they're telling the story of an attack on an encampment.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the Americans attacking the Soviet army.
Oh, such striking imagery.
It is insane.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are so many double splash pages that just leave you breathless.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so beautiful to look at. The issue that I'm talking about, it tells a story of that battle, but the narration that's going on are like excerpts
from like a battle report.
Yeah, from either a battle report or books that have come out in the future.
Yeah.
That are retelling this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that form of storytelling was so beautiful and so chilling.
Oh, yeah.
And even though like there is a book by the journalist, I was still at the edge of my seat wondering, how is he going to get out of this?
Yeah, because we do know that he survives, but at the same time, you're just you do wonder how the hell is he getting out of this? How is he going to survive? Because it's just pure chaos, and I think the art really helps because there's just so much going on these like splash pages and the way it's not really paneled. And then you have the art just kind of the art itself is a panel where you have like smoke being your panel breaks.
Yes.
I think that was like really clever. And I read somewhere that like Deniz Camp would write the script, Stipan would go and draw these pages, and the Deniz Camp would have to rewrite the pages to fit the art. And that's something, so he expressed what Dennis was trying to do with the script, and he's like, oh man, you just like totally like made this better. That's something that happened with Frank Miller and Bill Sienkiewicz during Elektra Assassin.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. Like he would do the script, Sienkiewicz would do the art, and then Frank Miller would be like, hold on, now I need to change some narration boxes to make it fit better, and dialogue, because he was just on a whole nother level. And it's like this kind of symmetry between the two artists working. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk about with Stipan Morian is he has a very eclectic art style.
Very. So he doesn't keep the same art style throughout the book. It varies from panel to panel, page to page.
Oh, yeah.
It's so interesting just to look at. Like, even if you're not even reading it, the artwork speaks for itself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, I think the art says so much. Like where we go back to issue 4 of the book.
Yeah.
And I think even the cover like blew me away to issue 4.
Is that the one with all the army men standing?
Yes. So you have here, it's this cover right here.
Oh.
So you have basically the soldiers that come in are basically like suicide soldiers.
Yes.
They're just cannon fodder for the war, which I mean explains a lot in itself.
Yeah.
But you have like their captain who's wearing like this old-timey football helmet. He's wearing kind of like padded football gear, a boxing glove, and he's holding a baseball bat. And I was like, how much more American can you get? You know, and then you have all them at the bottom, like crudely drawn, like outlined with the red smoke and everything. And they look like football players, like on the gridiron.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love it.
So when you see Stipan Morian's art, where do you see the influences?
2 of them.
Go ahead.
One, Bill Sienkiewicz, because it's just so crazy art style. I wouldn't call it like avant-garde, but there's just a lot of imagery, a lot of telling, and like you know what an artist does.
Yeah.
And also Howard Chaykin.
Oh, you got Howard Chaykin from that.
Yes.
All right, we're talking about like old Chaykin, right?
I'm talking about like 80s American flag Chaykin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was getting from this, it was funny that you mentioned Sienkiewicz because I was getting that too.
Oh.
But I was also getting, there were some times where I felt like I was looking at Klaus Janson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. During the quiet moments between Arza and Peter.
Oh, yeah.
The war pages are definitely Sienkiewicz.
Yeah.
But also Dave Gibbons and Martha Washington.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's funny. These are all collaborators of Frank Miller.
Yeah.
I don't think Howard Chaykin is, but he has enough of his comics where he has a lot of political satire running through, like American Flag that I mentioned. It's just
United States of Hysteria.
Yeah, exactly. Where, you know, just kind of playing on the tropes of, you know, politics and the world.
I mean, and he has a lot to say because he has been there through like basically comic book history. Howard Chaykin has been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's still going.
Yeah. I think he studied, or like in the early part of his career, he was like under Roy Thomas. So he's just like a degree or two removed from, or like a degree from Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Even though Roy Thomas is an asshole.
No. Well, I want to talk about Morian's coloring.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I think the coloring is phenomenal.
Yes.
I will always keep going back to issue 4 because issue 4 is probably my favorite issue of this whole.
It's like the second act battle scene.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that happens before and after.
I mean, there is because it's pretty dense.
Yeah. I meant as far as action, and you're dealing with a book about superheroes, but you don't get a lot of action in this book, which thank God, because the book I think is already fucking stellar as it is.
Go ahead and turn to the page. I believe it's the beginning of chapter 4, pages 4 and 5, with the American soldiers running towards the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
This is what made me think of Martha Washington.
Okay.
Remember those, like the way colors used to be in, the premiere graphic novels for Marvel and all of that?
Yeah, how the like kind of painted like watercolors or something.
Yeah, remember X-Men God Loves Man Kills when Kitty Pryde is on the phone, how everything has a blue hue to it.
Yeah.
And it's just that solid color that pops out at you that's supposed to bring up just the intensity of what's going on. Going back to God Loves Man Kills with that blue made me feel the loneliness that Kitty Pryde was feeling.
Yeah.
This red in here that you see on the soldiers is rage and death.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what those soldiers are there to inflict, as well as what's being inflicted upon them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just pure death.
Yeah. And honestly, it's so crazy, just like everything that is happening in this book, when Peter is talking about how all of these guys are suicide bombers because they got bombs attached to them.
Yeah.
And these are just people that have nothing else to live for. These are people with cancer. These are people who went to jail, got nothing else going for them. And then they're thrown on the battlefield because, like you said earlier, cannon fodder.
Yeah, so that kind of brings me to the point of these soldiers are kind of like not only like the mindset of like, say, Marines, you're born to kill.
Yeah.
Like did you get that from Full Metal Jacket?
Mm-hmm.
You go into the military, you come out a different person. That's just how it always is. You're just morphed into what they want.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is true. I mean, you never killed a person, and then you have to get molded into a person who's just like, all right, I'm going to have to go out there and I have to kill for a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of have to learn how to not be fazed by that. And then like you grow a bond with your brethren and then watch them get mowed down.
Yeah.
Or, get blown up or something. And it's pure awful.
Yeah.
Having that kind of like mindset, and like they are just swarming all over the place. Going on to the coloring, I think issue 3 like says a lot too, because
issue 3 is page by page of a different color.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like in the desert, it's all warm colors, it's sepia toned. You could see the strokes going on because Stipan did his colors and his inks.
Yes, I noticed.
He did like full art.
He handled art duties.
I do want to ask you about, what did you think of the American president?
Well, it's definitely Steve Rogers.
Yes, it's Captain America.
It's Captain America.
And he's the biggest asshole in the world.
Of course. Because this is about what? Supposed to be the 4th time, or leading up to the 4th re-election he's going to have?
Yes, which is similar in Watchmen to Nixon's 4th term.
I really enjoyed, seeing the American president do what he has to do. He believes he's going to win. Also, he was so scary.
Yeah.
There was a point in the book when the lawyers confronted the American president.
Yeah.
Which I was shitting bricks. And what was crazy is that when it's telling you the excerpt from what it's from, you get the name of the person that is confronting the president, but it says posthumously.
Yeah.
And for me, that gave me the feeling that the president ended up killing this person for bringing out the fact that the American president got 6 bill and unleashed him upon the Afghani and
Vietnam too.
Yeah.
So I like that. I especially like that scene because it's like the game of chess going on in that scene where it's the lawyers and the press going against one of the most like
the leader of the free world.
Yes.
You hate that title.
I used to believe in it.
Yeah, same.
No, but yeah, I do like that game of chess that's going on between all of them because it's like the power of the press, but the power of the press controlled by powerful, rich people.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice that one of the super PACs is designed like a pig?
Yes. Yeah, I noticed.
So I think that basically what he was trying to say is pretty much on the nose. War pig.
Yeah, because you have as the okay, so this is set during the 1980s when Russia decided to invade Afghanistan and make it part of their country.
Mm-hmm.
Much like, Crimea or right now Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
of course, has happened in the 80s. America sent weapons over there to fight a proxy war.
Yes.
So they sent, weapons to the rebels over there and everything to fight the battle. Because if we get into like boots on the ground, we're basically in World War III. It becomes, mad mutual assured destruction, much like some of the stuff that's being fought right now.
Yeah.
So in where this deviates from reality besides the superheroes is that this president has the gall to put boots on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, as the story progresses, he sort of starts regretting his decision. And he gets in a little too deep, and then he kind of becomes, how do I say it? Would you say he's remorseful?
By the end of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
because all right, if you think of it from the mind of someone like Captain America, they're fighting these wars to fight for the good of the world.
Right, yeah.
But when you are in a position of power, like being the president of the United States, you're definitely going to have some influences that are telling you, hey, do this, hey, do that.
Grease some elbows or whatever.
Yeah. And then you definitely see that, all those Exxon and BMI or whatever.
Boeing.
Yeah. They were all saying, hey, you know what? As long as there's a war, we're going to be rich.
Yeah. So they're just like, cheer up, dude. Like, we're going to be rich. Like, what are you getting so upset about?
Yeah.
Like, we won. We're rich.
Yeah, like nothing else matters to them besides, just getting money.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's only remorseful to a point.
Yeah,
I think it's only because he didn't, in his eyes, he didn't win the war.
Yeah.
But he's still the person that threw this monstrosity into a village that murdered people.
Yeah, so you have Pitar, who is like Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
He is in a suit of armor. I like the way his armor is designed.
Me too. It's big and bulky.
He basically kind of gorilla stance, like hunched over when he walks.
Yeah.
Which I think like goes to show like, all right, this is, the Soviets' beast. He's more machine than he is man sort of deal. And with
like a KG beast.
Jesus. He also has like a heart made of like radioactive material.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Iron Man, how he has the arc reactor in him.
Would you say he's more of like Ironmonger?
Yeah, I would say that. More of Ironmonger than anything. Iron Man, Ironmonger. I mean, roughly the same, just one's American, one's Russian. And then you have Egon, the scientist, and he says something in here that made me think that he was also like an analog of Tony Stark as well, because he says, I make bombs for peace.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's like a war profiteer, a warmonger, building weapons, and he denies the president, basically, I'm not going to make you any more weapons. I don't want to do that anymore. And then the president has him killed.
So by the time I finished this book, I set it down and I was like, let me reread that first issue again.
Okay.
Just so I can...
I flipped back to it too, yeah.
Yeah, because at first trying to get into the world for me, it was a bit like roadblocks.
Right.
But it was just world building. So when I went back to it, everything made a lot more sense. And for me personally, it just made the book feel so whole. Like there was a lot of thought that was put into this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I feel like they were both, Deniz Camp and Stipan Morian were both operating at such a high level, both at the detail that's in the script and like what all these people are saying, and also what is on the page that we're seeing with all this art. Because I do love the fact that there is also a Superman analog in here too. And he's Russian too.
The Collective?
Yeah.
The Collective Man?
Yeah, the Collective Man. So I think he's supposed to represent hope, the collective hope of the people.
Yes.
An ideal to strive towards as a society. And then when there's trouble in paradise, he is nowhere to be seen. Then the cracks start to show because Peter ends up going to this paradise, which it plays with time in that issue. And I was getting a little confused.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth between paradises.
Yeah. And that's where I was, because it's that issue where you kind of have like this big reveal of
Arza?
Of Arza stealing Peter's heart to power up her paradise. That's something that can't be seen because it's not mapped or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which I think was awesome. It's kind of like her ideal paradise, and like the paradise Peter goes to is like what I think he wants communism to be, but it's faulty and falls apart.
Mm-hmm. So what I think that is the paradise with the collective is what he thinks paradise should be versus Ars's paradise is what paradise can be.
Yeah.
No communism.
Yeah.
Everyone has a voice.
Yeah.
Even the kids have a voice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. And they will stay there and mediate until
until everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no like anyone being all disgruntled and shit. It's all about compromise in that society, in that Afghan village.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, that's actually pretty neat. I mean, of course, kind of hard to put into practice. Everyone has an ego and whatnot.
It's true.
But yeah, those dueling paradises and his paradise falls apart. The one with the collective.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the other paradise, the Afghan paradise, that one falls apart too. But that.
Oh well, yeah, but it was because of outside forces.
Yes. Oh my God, you stole the words out from my mouth. I was about to say, but that's due to outside forces. Yeah.
Because it was going fine until Six Bill showed up.
Yeah, exactly, and that's basically symbolism again of the American military industrial complex, where we go and we just fuck up a society.
Yeah. I mean, imperialism's a bitch.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we go, we ruin it, and we don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
The thing that it like reminds me of is definitely the war in the Middle East that happened after 9/11.
Oh, yes.
What we did with Iraq.
Yeah, we totally destabilized an entire region.
Yeah, we sure did. But it reminds me of, things we do with like Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
We go in there, we claim it as a territory, but we don't claim it anything else beyond that.
Yes, they don't get the same protections as an official state as like the rest of us do.
Yeah, like you would have Hawaii or Alaska that are so far removed from the U.S. mainland.
Exactly. Yeah, the lower 48.
Mm-hmm.
I think Six Bill is a terrifying villain.
Oh yeah,
he like just plays with parts of people, and also the president is just so nice and tender with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of babies this monster. It's like, hey, hope you're doing okay, and hugs him and holds him, and he says, "I'm sorry what they did to you," and then sets him free to go like murder and rip off people's limbs and get violent
and murder children.
Yeah, murder children. It's disgusting.
Yes,
it's.
I mean, that's really America.
Yeah, it is. And I was about to say, like, it's hard not to think about like the parallels of like what's going on in the genocide in Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in Ukraine, all these like little pots that we have our hand in just ruining things.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with Ukraine, we're like trying to help like stop an invading force, but it comes at a price.
Yes.
On top of, on the part of Gaza, we're giving billions of dollars away to wipe out people.
Yes.
Which is fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and like what you said, like Six Bill, he's indiscriminate. He just doesn't give a shit. What you can say is the same thing what's going on over there. They're just indiscriminately bombing. Hey, take this route. It's the only way out of like northern Gaza. Boom, we're going to bomb that route.
Yeah.
They don't care. Like, oh, we're just trying to get the leaders. And then they're just hundreds upon thousands of children are dead now. It's fucking disgusting.
I mean, broken down hospitals were being bombed.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally destabilizing any source of like aid or, like war crimes upon war crimes are just being committed.
Yes.
And so when you see it in this book, I was just like, fuck, dude. And this is written in like 2018, 2019, around that time.
The ongoing issue between Israel and Gaza has been going on for decades, but the brunt of it that's been happening since October 7th, 2023, it's kind of crazy how literature just reflects what's going on, even though it was written some time ago.
Yeah. And it's crazy how that works out,
I mean, just like when we were talking about X-Men God Loves Man Kills, how it's so relevant to what's happening today.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like this is so relevant what is happening today. And it's kind of crazy that you see all this stuff happening, and this is about stuff that
happened in the 80s.
Yeah, happened in the 80s. And then here we are like 40 years out, and the same shit is like going on.
Yeah, it's history. It's very cyclical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
History rhymes.
Yeah, it does. So, okay, I want to talk about the ending.
Okay.
The last issue of this book it's action packed again.
Yes.
I think the second half is more action packed. The first half kind of like sets up like the quiet before the storm.
Yeah.
Before Six Bill reaches the village.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to them defending the village, do you think they got away or did they all die?
I want to say they all died because Six Bill got to the heart, and you see that giant mushroom cloud.
Yes, but then you all see them on like a caravan leaving.
Yeah, I just want to say it's a glimmer of hope and what you wish would happen, but the real world is
it's brutal.
Yeah, it's fucked. What did you think of it?
I was thinking, do you remember the ending to Road Warrior?
Refresh my memory.
Okay, so of course, big car chase scene. Mm-hmm. They have a big tanker of oil. Mad Max is, trying to get it away from, I forget his name. Oh, Humongous Joe or something. From the big buff BDSM dude.
Yeah.
And then so you have all these people die unceremoniously, as you do in this book.
Mm-hmm.
You just have a lot of these side characters just get picked off, and you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, I thought at least they would have a chance.
Yeah.
And then so the chase is over. Max's tanker falls over, and then inside the gas tanker, you see it's just dirt coming out, and then you see like a caravan of like the feral child and like the rest of them are headed off into the desert with the oil, and then Max is just staring at all the sand pouring out, like kind of like if he's like been fooled, but like if he didn't know that it was filled with sand.
Yeah.
And it just kind of reminded me of that. Like I got that same feeling of like, oh, were we fooled? Like, did they really get out of there? Because I know like that whole thing is like she would like to build upon a better future. She would want to see the skies blue instead of filled with bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just me wanting these people to have some hope.
Mm-hmm.
And like believing in that hope.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just my interpretation of that ending.
Is it kind of like, what you want to happen versus what is really happening?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I would like these people to have escaped Six Bill and that awful, like the damaging last battle of Kid and Miracle Man and Miracle Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Where they're just destroying all of London fighting, or Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me wanting hope and me believing in the hope that she believes in.
No. I get it. I would like to believe that too. But the Debbie Downer of me is saying nah.
Maybe because I'm a staunch believer in hope.
I would like to be.
It's getting hard nowadays.
Yes.
I think Mark Waid said it best recently.
What do you say?
He was talking about how he's always looked to the always trying to be the better person because of all the heroes he's grew up reading that he's really believed in. But he says like every day he's just being beaten down, and it's harder to see to be the better person, and that being the better person so far is not getting us anywhere. Honestly, it kind of sounded like he was going on a Punisher-like tirade. And I was reading it and I was like, Jesus Christ, Mark. Yeah, and then he was just like, maybe it's time for us to get just as dirty as they are, and we can't afford to. In a perfect world, we can be altruistic, we can try to do the right thing and be the better person, but unfortunately that's not the world we live in.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's something that's been on my mind a lot lately.
Yeah,
because ever since the inauguration, it just feels like it's just never ending punching.
Yes.
And a part of me is just like, turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
But when I turn the other cheek, I get punched again.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that cheek's free.
Yeah. So
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, as much as I love superheroes and, comics, telling the stories of these great men and women, doing what's right for people, it's like, it's hard to live up to that.
Yeah. The best thing we can do is fight for a better world and probably like raise the next generation to be better than the way we were living in it,
Yeah.
And it's just like, it sucks to leave it up to the next generation, but we can't do that right now. Man, what a downer of an ending. Both this episode and the book.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. 20th Century Men by Deniz Camp, Stipan Morian. Letters
by Aditya Bidikar.
Yes, truly a wonderful book. If you are looking for something of substance, I highly suggest this book. Like I said, dense, political, heavy with themes, beautiful imagery, beautiful artwork, even if it's not your cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
It's something different, and I think it's beautiful.
This has to be one of my favorite graphic novels that I've read in a while.
Yes, definitely. Something that like sits with you and makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking too, we've been covering a lot of superheroes
yes.
on the show lately, and I read superheroes. I know Robin is kind of over superheroes, like, and I bring that up because that's just like a counterbalance of like I can still find entertainment value in it.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do stories on superheroes, there's only so much I can say about what I like about, well, the good guys win. When you have books like this, I think, and not to say that superhero books don't have, this is a superhero book. Not to say like, any of the books from the big two don't have substance, because they do.
Yeah.
I believe all art does. But like something that sits with you after a while, makes you think. I have to slow down and read this book to absorb everything.
Mm-hmm.
Absorb what I'm looking at and what I'm reading. So yeah, this book, find it wherever you buy your books. May it be Amazon, cheapgraphicnovels.com, instocktrades.com. If you're in the EU, there's Walt's Comic Shop. There's also Comics Bugle. Barnes & Noble also has this. It has a cover price of $24.99 here in the US, $33.99 in Canada. A wonderful book.
It's available digitally.
Oh,
if
yes.
You're the kind of person that wants to read it like that, you can go ahead and get it through
Hoopla.
Yeah, Hoopla, which is how I read the first half of it before saying, holy shit, I need to buy this.
Hoopla, Libby with the library card, Comixology through Kindle or Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that, I do it with some of my books. I know there are other apps out there where you can read independent comic books. I think one's called like Global Comics or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a lot. It's like a subscription based, and then you just kind of read. So, I mean, maybe you can find it on there or something. I forget the title, but yeah.
We'll do more research on that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, definitely go check out this book if you're looking for something a little bit more substance. I think Deniz Camp is definitely, he's hot on the scene right now. He's a writer to look out for. Currently doing Assorted Crisis events for Image, The Ultimates for Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
Absolute Martian Manhunter for DC.
Oh, that is right, with Javier Rodriguez.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And he also has a few other things. I think he broke down Pax Americana on his Tumblr. If I'm not mistaken, that could have been something I read. I remember I was like deep into Multiversity, and that was when I was going through my Tumblr
I
thing.
love Multiversity.
I fucking love it. We should do that one.
Yeah, we should.
That's a fucking great book.
I mean, we're probably going to have to do that in parts because it's so much.
There's a lot to talk about with each issue.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Alrighty. So what do we have next up on the show?
Well, we do have our March pull list that is coming up.
Yes, we're late on that one, but we need to finish this month's books.
Yeah. Don't worry. We're going to get it to you just in time.
Yeah, we will.
It's going to be a fun ride. After that, we have the beginning of our books we don't like, starting with All-Star Batman and Robin.
Oh boy, I can't wait to read that again.
I know.
I really can't.
It's been a while. Yeah. And then this is one we keep moving around. It's Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh yeah.
By Jim Starlin, George Perez, Ron Lim.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah. It's one we keep pushing around whether we're going to do it, but then we find something else. But just know that is on the list because I'm excited to read it. I love that book.
Yes.
But yes, April's going to be fun. I am going to be taking a week off because I got vacation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So yeah, just stay tuned.
Maybe I'll do a solo episode.
Do it.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Well, yeah, that's it for this episode.
Oh, yeah, that's it for this episode. All right. So this is Miles signing off.
Andre signing off.